Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Plot Pill Podcast, Episode 8. We are back after a very long week. Even though this week was short, it felt like fucking forever. But, you know, we're back. We're back in it.
I feel like we start every episode bitching about our
weeks. It sucks, man. Just living on this mortal coil right now is like, holy shit.
A little rough.
Can we stop? You go out, you see the prices raise higher and higher. You see your paycheck get lower and lower. It's rough out here, man.
Way to start everyone off on a good, happy note.
We're
going to have to shift that vibe at some point.
Yeah. I mean, some of the stuff is positive that we have to talk about today. Some of it, not so much. But I feel like there are certain things in here that are going to be interesting and fun to look at. So, and then, we have kind of a topic that I'm fascinated by, just by the sheer, just sequence of events that happened to even cause what our topic of the deep dive is, which you already know what it is because it's in the title of the video. But, it's really something. But let's start off with the Hollywood.
Yep, we will get to the deep dive. Today's going to be a little bit of a shorter show.
Because nothing much happened this week.
No, there wasn't
in terms of
a lot going on, really.
Super interesting things, like, at least, like, not stuff that Jordan and I are really interested in.
Right, and that's really the base level, like, criteria you have to meet. If we were like...
Which, like, there's a lot that we're interested in, but just nothing came out this week that really caught our attention.
Right, like, NFL is taking over pretty much every night. If anyone gives two craps about that, which I don't, I'll just be hiding in my room.
Yeah.
Or somewhere while the other members of my family watch that crap. But did you know that they went international? So two teams. Okay, hang on.
Isn't it National Football? Isn't it National Football League?
I believe so.
It's not IFL.
I'm not actually sure. No, they played. Oh my gosh, I don't even know. I do not follow the NFL. The only reason I know about this is because two guys that I listened to on the radio were talking about it earlier. And they're American teams. They're all of our teams. Mm-hmm. But one of them played, or two of them played in Brazil or something. Like, the kickoff game was in Brazil, and there's another one, I think, maybe tonight in London or something. Yeah.
When was that a thing?
This year, apparently. And then now, and they're also doing pretty much every night. The only night that they're not gonna be on is like Tuesdays.
Yeah.
And Saturdays, I think.
No,
or something like that. I don't remember.
If you ever want to know my opinions on football, go watch the Angry Video Game Nerds video on sports games, where he talks about sports games. He's talking about how utterly cultish and insane football is.
It is.
From someone who's not interested in it, it's insane. He's talking about, like, Madden 99, or, like, Madden 95, Madden 96, Madden 97, Madden 98, Madden 99, Madden 2000. Like, he just keeps going, and he's like, who the fuck is Madden anyway? He doesn't even look like an athlete. He goes on a full-on tirade. Go watch that part, and it is so funny. Because he's even talking about, like, everywhere you go, football. Mm-hmm. Football, Sunday night football, Monday night football, Wednesday night football.
Now it is going to be Wednesday night football.
He's like, Thursday night football. Football on Thanksgiving. Football on Christmas.
Yes.
And he's like, and throughout it all, it's the one that everyone goes the most ape shit over. Turns them into fucking animals. Right. It's so true.
Yeah.
It's just that whole sport is just ridiculous. I don't understand it. It is the boringest thing I've ever watched.
It is. It's incredibly boring.
I've tried to sit down for a whole game once.
I have too. I've tried on multiple occasions because everyone else in our family enjoys it. Mm-hmm. I have tried.
Yep.
And I just cannot understand the appeal of watching grown-ass men wrestle around on the grass for 10 seconds, and then you have a 4-minute break.
Yeah, between those 10 seconds.
Yeah, 4 minutes of commercials. Like, what is going on?
Yeah.
So, like...
I just don't understand the
No.
tension. There's no tension there.
No.
Right, with, like, hockey, right, which we both like. We both enjoy hockey.
Yeah.
There's something there to, like,
hockey.
you know, hold on to. There's something like, oh, man... You see that puck going back and forth, you're like, you know? But then, like, you see some fucking football dude just tackle the other dude, and he's like, first down, everyone can go take a piss, because it's going to take, like, 10 minutes
to reset
everything and find the ball. I don't know where that went. Like, it's like, what is this?
And they moved a whole 10 feet. Woohoo!
Baseball is more exciting because at least then you have like, oh shit, is he gonna get to fourth base or is he gonna stay on third? You know, like there's some like strategy there, right? With football, it's just like run to the other side of the field and try not to get tackled.
Right.
You can throw, you can kick, and that's about it.
Right. But
what about that is exciting? Like
yeah, no. Football fans are as alien to me as I, as an anime fan, probably am to football fans.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I don't understand it. If you enjoy football, I guess good things are coming your way, but for the rest of us, I'm about to go through like 25 weeks of hell here.
Yeah.
Because it's just non-freaking stop,
Yeah,
and I don't know who gave them permission to expand into the rest of... I guess there's nothing else on TV. It's maybe what it is. Network television is like, we're dying.
They're dead.
Yeah. We need...
But now they're trying to encroach on streaming services now. It's like, get out of here,
right,
man.
Yeah, piss off.
We don't
actually, I
want
can't say no one wants you, because clearly millions of people do.
But it's, it's cult shit for me. I
can't stand
Yeah.
football. I cannot stand it. I hate football. I hate how everyone talks about football.
Yeah.
I hate how... Yeah, Why? Why would you ever have games going on Thanksgiving and Christmas? That's messed up. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Your cult is getting all over my family holiday.
Also, yeah, like, I cannot understand anyone who goes to those games live on those...
No.
Just completely fuck your family, right? Like,
I mean,
screw...
unless it's a family thing.
Unless it's a family thing. But like, otherwise, it's like, bro, it's just kind of a douchebag move to go.
Right.
Like, I don't know. That's just me, personally. I've been always very close to my family, so that might just be me from my perspective. Maybe you don't fucking like your family, and so, like, yeah, I'd rather go to a football game than hang out with them. But, like, you know, I don't know. It's just... It's weird. I don't like it.
No, I don't either.
But
anyway,
that's our sports rant.
That was an unplanned sports rant too, because it was on my mind because they were talking about it today on the radio.
It's technically media. We're still talking about media. It doesn't have a plot.
It's entertainment.
But,
well, it's entertainment for some of y'all.
Yeah, it's entertainment for some of you.
For me, I would rather watch... I don't know.
I'd rather watch paint dry.
I'd rather watch golf. I'm not gonna lie.
No, I'd rather watch golf
it's
too.
It's therapeutic.
Yeah, it's a little relaxing.
Yeah,
and you always have the guys like, and he's coming up to the putt now, and oh, he missed it. Yeah, like you do got that. You got like the ASMR, right? Feel to it, like.
And if you're a bird fanatic, you can sit there and try to catch them piping in incorrect bird noises.
Yeah.
And that's fun too, right? Yeah. You watch the ball go sploosh in the water. You watch,
Yeah. Oh shit! He hit a sand trap. What is he gonna do?
Darn.
I do. How's he gonna get out of this one?
I do love how they whisper.
Yeah. Well, it's like this guy's in the studio who are like probably 500 feet away are somehow gonna distract the golfer.
Yeah.
It's the funniest thing.
It is.
But
golf's way more entertaining.
Oh yeah, no, golf's way more entertaining. Maybe from an ironic standpoint.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
It's way more entertaining. But yeah,
right.
No. Yeah. When football games get put on cinema screens, that's when we know that we have lost as a society.
That might save theaters though, honestly.
Oh yeah, we do have something to talk about. We do have a first-time commenter.
Yeah,
First
out.
comment of the entire channel. His name is hold up.
Yeah.
Lance Smith 3339. He actually came up with quite an interesting way that we could fill up movie theaters again. And that's pretty much about Planet Hollywood and basically turning movie theaters into museums as well. Just like miniature museums with like certain film props or whatever there. And the museum is free, and it just, you can go watch a movie, and then you can go look at stuff from that movie or whatever. I think that's a great idea. So thank you, Lance Smith 3339 for commenting. We really do appreciate it. I sent you a heart and a like. So yeah.
You got all the goodies that we have at the moment.
Yeah, all the goodies that we have at the moment. But we do really appreciate you watching.
Yes. No. And I think, he's definitely onto something. I think the best thing that theaters can do right now is offer more value. Yeah.
No, I completely agree.
And a museum would be really cool.
It would be.
Like with rotating exhibits, too. So you could have exhibits that move around the country, and it'd be cool.
And maybe if we get more comments, maybe if we get more comments throughout this show's, lifetime, we can start doing like a comment section. That'd be kind of fun. Yeah. Just to pick out like our favorite comments and kind of
let's just have good vibes. We'll say when we get more comments.
Yes, when we get good. Yes, when we get good comments, we'll shout you out and kind of give insights on what you guys say, because that's what this is all about. It's about starting a discussion, especially about media and entertainment as a whole. Yeah. So yeah, thank you again, Lane Smith, for commenting.
All right, should we get into our Hollywood stuff?
Yes.
So the first item we have is the 28 years later Bone Temple
trailer.
And
first look.
Almost said review. But yeah, first look at the second part
of the 28 years later.
Right, what is going to be the 28 years later trilogy within the larger
I think it's just a duology.
Is it a duology?
Yeah, I think it's just a duology.
3? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, either way.
No, I don't know. Who knows? They could be like, actually, it's going to be a trilogy.
Right, actually, we couldn't cram it all into 2.
I like the trailer. I think the trailer looks pretty interesting.
It does.
It looks pretty intense, and it looks like poor, was it Jacob? Is that his name? The kid?
No, it was
not Spike.
Jacob.
Spike.
There you go.
Spike. It looks like poor Spike's getting into the thick of it with Jimmy's crew.
Yeah, he's got to worship the Teletubby King.
Yep, and like, it looks like they're full on out there torturing people and stuff, and it looks pretty gruesome. Mm-hmm. So I'm looking forward to it. It looks really fun.
Yep. We're getting more of Dr. Shoot, I forgot his name. The doctor.
Starts with a K. Pretty sure.
Yeah, it's
like Dr. Krieg or something like that.
It's not that though.
No, but it's like kind of a Germanic name.
Yeah, it is Germanic.
But yeah, no, I like I said when we did the 28 years later, I really loved the first movie. 28 years later, I love actually the entire trilogy. I think all of them are really well done.
Series at this point.
Yeah, series at this point. I think all of them are really well done. But we learned today, apparently, because we don't go on to like critic sites or anything like that.
No,
we just don't. We because that can skew your views of a movie. Mm-hmm. So we just try to avoid those places until we've seen the movie, and then like maybe we'll go and look at it. But it turns out audiences kind of are mixed on this movie. There's plenty of them that love it just as much as Jordan and I do. But there's also like an equal amount that are absolutely like vitriolic towards this movie, and I don't understand why. And this is the reason why I don't understand why. I don't understand what you wanted. What was it that you wanted? Because to me, how 28 years later was not exactly how I thought it was going to be. In fact, it's better than what I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be kind of doing the same thing as the first movie, but with a younger protagonist, and like it was going to be more survival horror, right? Kind of like the first movie was. What I got instead was a really in-depth view of life as a whole and how that life changes throughout anything. It's like life stays the same no matter what. And that was kind of the takeaway that I got from it. And I don't know, maybe I just understood what the film was saying, and maybe you guys didn't. I don't know. But it's really weird because the critics love this movie. And I looked at a few of the critics' reviews while I was waiting for Jordan. And I looked at a few of them, and they were saying, like, basically, they were echoing my own thoughts. I was like, yeah, no, exactly. Like, these guys get it. But the audiences don't seem to fully grasp it or understand what they were trying to go for. And I don't know. Like, at this point, if you don't like it, that's fine. But you have to give me a reason as to why you don't like it. You can't just be like, it was shit. Like, no, you can't just, like, be like that. You have to give me an actual freaking reason.
I mean, you can say that, but then no one has to care.
Yeah, no one has to care, yeah.
Your opinion has no weight or value to anybody, so it's like, okay, well, you didn't like it, whatever.
And
that's nice.
The last thing I'll say about this is that these people are also saying, well, I was a huge fan of 28 Days and 28 Weeks Later, and I thought this movie was terrible. I'm sorry. If you are fans... If you are actual fans, and I know this is going to sound fucking elitist and purist and bullshit, but if you were actual fans and actually understood the messaging of both of those movies and what they were trying to say in their themes, you would not hate this movie because you would actually fucking understand it and what it was trying to say. 28 Years Later was never a survival horror movie. Or 28 Days Later was never a survival horror movie. It's a commentary on rage. Please, for the love of God, get that through your thick skulls. It was never meant to be a, like, oh, ooh, scary. No, that's not what it's meant to be. It's not that.
Most horror films are not.
No.
Most horror films are not. What you all seem to have wanted was, well, no, okay, I can't say you all. The people who didn't enjoy it, right? So... what they seem to have wanted, my best guess as to what they wanted and what they expected was, ooh, fun zombie movie in the style of, like, American, and I put this in quotations, quote-unquote, horror, which we in America do not do very well. We do slasher, we do thriller, we do suspense. Americans are not overly skilled at horror because, as Dallan just pointed out, the zombies and the monsters, not the point of horror. Like, that's not... Horror is always... I can't think of an exception. I'm sure someone out there is going to have one. But, like, if you go to traditional classic horror and what the genre was supposed to be...
like Edgar Allan Poe.
Yep, Mary Shelley, any of those people... it is a commentary on something in society or something about human nature.
Yeah, or the human condition.
Yep, or the human condition. It's always a commentary explored through the lens of horror. It's not, ooh, run from the zombies. Crap, they're chasing us.
Walking Dead slop.
Yeah, Walking Dead crap. I cannot stand that show. But I liked it for a while until it didn't go anywhere.
Well, because for a while it was actually commentating on that. For, like, those first few seasons. Its problem was it commented on the same thing over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. And it just never evolved.
Right. It friggin' got old and tired. Whereas, like... so that's my best guess. And my other... like, the other part of that, I think, is that people did not realize that this story is, you know... so, yeah, for, like, Cillian Murphy, it was... kind of about survival. With the second one, I think thematically the second one is the weakest, but I would maybe say it's family.
It is definitely family, but it's also, see, with the first one, it's rage.
It's rage.
It's anger.
Right. But from the character's perspective, that's what I'm trying to survive. But
with
still, Cillian
Jeremy
Murphy...
Renner's character...
well, hang on. I have something to say because the first one does this really, really well, where... Cillian Murphy goes full on Rambo on the shitheads at the end, and he is pissed. Like, he is he's let rage take him over. But at the end, he gets to choose to, kind of, he gets it out of his system, and then he's done.
He backs off,
and she doesn't kill him either. Like, there's a lot that 28 Days does.
Oh, yeah.
Really, really well within the horror.
One of my favorite one of my favorite scenes in that entire movie is when he kills the one guy that's like holding Celine hostage, and Celine, he starts like digging his fingers in his eyes, and then he stands up and he's still cloaked by shadow, and she has the gun on him, and it's when he comes out and you see that his eyes are still blue, that he's calm again, like.
Or he's in control.
Of himself. Yeah. He's just doing what he has to do, but he's using that rage in a way to save people instead of to save the ones that he cares about instead of recklessly like the virus does. It's such a good like wrap up of that character arc that he goes through. That's so well done.
And it's echoed in 28 years later with Spike's mom.
Yes.
Like, that scene echoes that theme, that message, which is, like, sometimes you need your rage. Yeah. It's when you let it completely take you over that you turn into, like, this freaking monster. Yeah. And I feel like 28 years later is even going further with that with the second movie. But yeah, my other best guess is to what people just didn't realize that this was a coming-of-age story. Yeah. I think weeks. If I were to put themes on weeks, it would be violence and when not it's appropriate, right? Because and also loyalty, because loyalty is a massive theme throughout that entire movie. It's how loyal was the dad to the mom? Well, not very much, no. Right? But then like. Jeremy Renner's character, I forget his name. It's Doyle. Yeah, there you go. Doyle in that movie, when he's trying to figure out what the right path is, right? Does he follow orders, or does he help protect these kids? Where do your moralities lie in this messed up world that you're living in? Where is that moral line? It's more like about morality almost, the second one. And I still really like it, but yeah, I agree with you. Thematically, it is the weakest. It's not bad, but it is the weakest. Bad. It's still a good movie, but I would say morality and maybe like fear and control, because they're trying to contain and like they have a death grip on everything. The second something happens, it's not try to figure out who's what here.
Yeah, like, shoot everyone.
Right, it's just spray the whole freaking city and we're out. We're done. And apparently never trying this again. Yeah. Going by 28 years later. So, yeah, no, it's, like I said, it's one of my favorite movies that's come out in a very long time. I think it expands on the first two incredibly well. I think it takes it in a completely natural direction. You weren't going to get the same thing. It's been 28 years.
Yeah, it's not days anymore. It's not weeks.
People have acclimated. People like Spike. There are grown-ass adults. It's been 28 years. There are grown-ass adults who don't know anything else. Yeah. This is their whole world here. Yeah. This is their life. This is how they live. And I loved that. And, there was one comment you read off that said it felt like it was written by 4 different people. And I'm like, well, no, not if you look at it as what it is, which, again, is a coming-of-age story. It is Spike's, he goes through all of the traditional stuff. He goes through, realizing his parents are flawed. He goes through, I'm going to try to do this thing. He loses a parent. He grows up. He separates from his dad. He's like, I'm going out on my own. It's and then coming of age.
He's falling in with a certain crowd. Right. And it's the next movie, this is what I'm guessing, the next movie is basically going to be kind of almost a mirror to 28 Weeks Later, where it's morality. Where does your morality lie? Which I think is going to be fascinating. I'm super excited to see that. Does Spike fall in? with Jimmy and, trying to fit in. Do they have some kind of loyalty test for joining their gang,
I'm sure he does. You would think.
Yeah, some kind of hazing ritual.
Psychotic. Yeah.
But also, or is he going to choose the different path and try and stop these people from hurting innocents?
Right.
Just because they want to.
Well, and, the part with Dr. Gosh, I wish I could remember his name. Dr. It's like Keller, but it's not Keller. It's something else.
Yeah.
The doctor, though. It looks like this might be...
It's not Kilgore, is it?
No. But it looks like 28 years later, Bone Temple might be going towards the, kind of logical place that most horror films go, or that a lot of horror stories go to. It's what Frankenstein is all about, which, fun fact, talking about that in a minute. But, who's the real monster? Because it's all about, at this point, it's becoming more about, how much rage turns other people into the other. The psycho, analytical, getting into that kind of stuff. Where you don't even see them as human anymore.
Yeah.
And it's not necessarily their rage, it's yours.
Yeah.
That makes you not see these people as human anymore. And so that's where it seems like it might be headed, which I think is fascinating.
Yeah. And
I kind of hope it goes there, but does it, in a way that makes sense for this franchise. So I'm freaking excited for it. I'm so glad I don't have to wait 2 or 3 years for the next one. So glad they made it before all the freaking audience people could bitch about it.
Yes.
Because now it will be what it was supposed to be. It won't be influenced by this just ruined the trilogy, the franchise for me, blah blah blah, because I didn't get my Walking Dead monster chases, blah blah blah. Which you did though. You got I'm sorry,
Kelson.
Kelson, Dr. Kelson. The freaking Alpha's terrifying.
No, the Alpha is absolutely terrifying, and
there was a lot of horror elements.
Oh yes.
I don't know what the hell you all want.
Yeah, no, there's plenty of scary moments and intense moments in that film.
Crazy intense. I love them.
I saw another comment that I can't believe someone even typed this out, because any person with 2 brain cells to rub together should be able to figure this out, and I'm actually surprised that this guy managed to fucking type this out with his level of intelligence. I'm surprised he even knows how to work a phone. But he said, why didn't they just kill the Alpha at the end? They had plenty of chance to. Jeez. And I'm like, you do realize Kelson's still a doctor, right?
Right.
And he doesn't want to kill anyone? That's the whole point of his character. He still has a Hippocratic oath.
Right. He helps...
but that's euthanasia. She agrees to it.
Right. That's doctor-assisted suicide, which some people, do not have an issue with.
No. And, in this world, I think he can bend it a little bit for that. But, that's one of my favorite things about that character, is the fact that he doesn't kill the infected. Mm-hmm. He doesn't kill them because he still sees them as people.
Yep, they're still human to him.
And so he just sedates them until he can get away. Mm-hmm. And I like that. I think that's super cool.
Yeah, he even names them.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, so I don't know. That's where that is, I guess.
Those are the type of people, in my opinion. You deserve bad movies. You specifically deserve bad movies.
Right, yeah. Can you quit trashing the good ones that we get?
Stop watching the good ones.
Go watch Walking Dead.
Yeah, watch Walking Dead.
It's right there.
It's got 11 seasons.
Yeah,
go watch that.
The new one with the new spin-off series.
Oh yeah, Daryl
and Carol. That's coming out.
Yeah, that's set in France.
Or Spain.
Or somewhere in Europe. I don't know how they got there.
Looks like they went on a boat and washed up because they're wetting on a beach at
one
point.
You know how long it would take you to sail across the Atlantic Ocean on a boat?
It would take weeks. It used to take
You have enough food for that in this post-apocalyptic world?
They must have found some.
That makes... Oh my god, I can go on for fucking ever about how much I hate Walking Dead.
If you then it's funny because, Daryl and Carol are the best.
Characters, except for Negan, who comes later on, but he's far too little, far too late.
Yeah.
In my opinion, but
Yeah, we can have a whole Walking Dead
Yeah.
conversation later.
Yeah.
It is not. I watched it for a while. I was into it for a while until it was just the same crap over and over again. And I was like, okay, this isn't going anywhere, so I'm done. I'm out.
Yeah.
I don't have a lot of patience for stories that don't go anywhere.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, Walking Dead's right there though, and you've got the new, which I guess we could have talked about, but I guess we're talking about it now. If you love zombie movies and that's all you really wanted was a low level. I don't want to call y'all...
Don't make you think hard.
Right? I don't want to call people stupid, but
my brain hurt type of people.
Okay. Hold on. We can be a little nicer. A low mental effort, I guess. Low...
I don't know if that's nicer.
It sounds
a low, low investment, I guess.
There you go.
Low investment.
Yeah, low investment zombie... Yeah, show.
Yeah, go
there
knock yourself out.
Yep, Walking Dead's right there. Have at it.
But, yeah.
Ooh, complete side note. We need to do horror in October.
Yes.
October needs to be horror month.
Oh, no, I agree. I've been trying to say that for like years, but especially for the podcast, yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm the one who's been trying to get us to watch horror films, and we never do it.
Have you ever watched The Ring?
Yes.
The Japanese one.
Oh, I don't know about the Japanese. I don't think so.
I watched The Ring, the Japanese one, recently, and it's pretty freaking good. It's better than the American one, by far.
We're also watching the... I can never remember the actual name of it. Train to Busan or something
Train
like
to
that.
Busan, yeah.
Yes, we're watching that one, and we're going to talk about that one. So anyway.
Speaking of horror.
Little sneak peek into October. October's horror month.
Yeah. Speaking of horror, we do have a K-pop horror film.
We do, which we will be getting to in a couple more topics, because like I said, this is going to be a shorter episode.
Yep.
We're a little light this week.
Yes. It happens.
Okay, but yep, so we'll get to that one in just a second. We're going to take a brief break from horror and go back to the Harry Potter thing. And they have announced the casting of Professor Flitwick. And it's a huge surprise. Nobody...
To quote Chris Columbus yet again, what's the point?
Yeah, because it's Warwick Davis.
Yeah. That man is... First of all, he's probably my favorite Harry Potter director out of all of them. Just because he was able to make 2 really good films with children actors and make it really good.
Which is no small feat.
Which is no small feat. If you ever watch the behind the scenes of Chris Columbus working with the kids, it is so charming and so cute. Because you can see that he has endless patience with them.
Yeah.
But he also makes it fun for them. And he's the one that, like, kicked off all of these freaking young stars that have never been in anything ever before this point. He's the one that kicked them off into stardom. And, yeah, like, Chris Columbus is, like, the director that every director should aspire to be. But, yeah, no, like, I don't get the point of doing this.
No.
Why? Why... You know, it'd be funny though if they cast Tom Felton as Lucius Malfoy. That would be freaking funny.
That'd be hilarious.
Because that would be a really clever. That'd be clever. Like, I'd give it to you. Like,
right.
Okay.
I don't think he's old enough.
I don't think he's old enough to be Lucius. No.
To have a 12-year-old kid.
Yeah.
An 11-year-old kid.
He's got to be in his 30s.
Well, I guess if you have a kid like right. Bam,
they're Malfoys.
You hit adulthood, there you are.
They're Malfoys. They gotta keep that bloodline flowing.
Yeah, I guess.
So it would make sense from a logical standpoint why they would, like, be that young, but...
Well, I guess you said he's in his 30s.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember what they tried to age them to at the end of the Deathly Hallows part 2.
Oh, yeah.
Were they supposed to be in their 30s? I can't remember. All they did was make them look sick. They all just looked sick.
For the
like they've been fighting the neurovirus for a week.
Kind of on Harry Potter. Yeah, he's 37.
So I guess he's old enough then. He'd be good.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do he look like now?
He's actually probably one of the better looking guys.
You could totally make
make him Lucius.
Yeah. That's the only recast that I would support.
100%. Just make Tom Felton into Lucius. Because he still loves this franchise. And he's still super passionate about it. And, like, he adores, like, he's still on really good terms with J.K. Rowling. So, like he'd be down. Like, he'd be 100% down.
That's the only recast I would accept. Yeah. That's hilarious.
Yeah. Speaking of which, I've actually started reading Harry Potter.
Did you finally?
Yes.
You finally
I started The Philosopher's Stone. It's really good. I love the writing of these books so much. The amount of detail that J.K. Rowling puts into just the most meaningless things makes it so charming, and I can see how people just got freaking completely sucked into this world, because it is incredibly immersive.
It is.
Like, this world is, in these books, are so immersive, even more so than the movies. Like, and it made me laugh. Like, it's still one of those ones that, like, when I read it, I laugh out loud while I'm reading it, because the writing is just that clever and witty.
Right.
Like, one of the lines that still gets me to this day in either the movie or the book is, oh, he's gone. Well, you can't expect him to hang around all day, can you? Yeah. when Dumbledore walks out of the card.
Right.
That's freaking hilarious.
Yeah.
That's such a clever little, like, yeah, well, you don't expect him to just sit there all day, do you? Well, he's got places to be. Like, it's so funny.
It's a brilliant piece of world building.
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
Like, no, I've read that series 3 or 4 times. I think it's time for me to do a reread of it too.
I'm almost done with Philosopher's Stone. I read the entire first book in, like, over Labor Day. Just Labor Day. I read, like, the majority.
Give it to me when you're done, because I'm not sure where my copy is now with the move. Unless that is my copy.
It might be. I have 2 copies down here.
Oh, yeah. One
on my bookcase, so mine. It probably is.
Okay. But yeah, no.
But no, I fully enjoy these, and I just don't think this HBO Max TV show is gonna be good.
No, I don't think it's at.
I just don't think it's gonna be good. No, it's not even gonna capture a fraction of those original movies. No. Which apparently I've been looking a lot of Harry Potter stuff. Apparently the movies changed a lot from the books. Apparently Goblet of Fire is not a steaming pile of crap. The book is actually really well done.
the book's good.
The movie's not very... Apparently the movie just does not do the book justice.
No, I think Chamber of Secrets, the book, is going to drive you even crazier than the movie might for some people.
See, I like the movie of Chamber of Secrets.
The book's going to drive you crazy. It's still... read it. It's still fun, but it just makes no sense at the end. It makes 0 sense. I'm like, why the frick? You've been trashing this guy since he stepped foot. Actually, no. Since before that. Since y'all saw him in the bookstore, the Walker. You've been trashing him since then. But he's the one you're going to go to when you figure out where the Chamber of Secrets is. And Ron's sister's life is on the line. What are you all doing? Come on. That's the only one. It's the only misstep plot-wise and, like, you know, as far as, does this make sense within the realm of what I've just written? No, JK, really. It does not. I'm sorry. But you freaking nail Prisoner of Azkaban. It is still my favorite book and favorite movie. I think the pacing in that one is perfect. The setup is perfect. The plot is, I love Prisoner of Azkaban.
Yeah, it's strange, because with the movies, like, I've heard that people did not like the book of Order of the Phoenix. But they love the movie of Order of the Phoenix. They think that the movie actually improved upon the book.
Yeah, the only thing with Order of the Phoenix I can think of is that it's a little slower.
Yeah.
It's a little slower and it's one of her... Goblet of Fire is the first long one. Yeah. And then Order of the Phoenix is even longer. Yeah. And it's like a little clunky. Yeah. But I still like that. I love all the books, so...
But yeah, that's our little Harry Potter section.
But, but I mean, I agree. I just don't... The only comment I saw on X pertaining to the question of what the hell is the point and why are we doing this was like, hello, so you can expand on the, so you can do the books like closer to a 1-to-1 adaptation.
But you're already not doing that with the casting of Snape.
Exactly. You've already
failed at that. And the casting of Hermione, you've already failed at that.
You've already displayed a complete lack of respect for the source material.
No, nothing against those actors. I'm sure they're good actors, but
I just want the casting to be right.
I just want the casting to be correct. That's just
I think that displays an inherent disrespect for the source material. I honestly do. I don't think you should be touching it if you think it needs to be quote unquote fixed.
No.
Or changed. Or my freaking most hated statement on the planet, updated for modern audiences.
Yeah.
Shove it up your ass.
Yeah.
No. So I don't know what they're doing. I don't know why. Warwick Davis, why you couldn't give the job to a younger, less well-known, I don't even know what the correct term for them is these days, but short actor, there's plenty out there that got fucked by freaking Tyrion Lannister.
Yeah, by
what
Peter
the hell is his
Dinklage.
name? Thank you. For Snow White, because he's like, what can't call short people dwarves? Oh my god, how discriminatory. And it's like, you just stole 7 jobs. Yeah. Now, granted, maybe they should count their blessings because that movie was
awful.
A steaming pile of
awful
horse shit.
Yeah.
But still, the fact remains that, really, dude, you had to go out and bitch about it and not let those guys get jobs? What kind of crap person are you?
Yeah.
And, so I don't understand why they couldn't give it to someone else in that, of that build, whatever.
Yeah.
That hasn't had a huge lucky break yet. Warwick Davis has had his movies.
Oh, yeah.
Dude
has a lot.
The dude rolls around Star Wars conventions on a freaking Segway.
Yeah.
He is set.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
he doesn't need more stuff. No. And he definitely doesn't need to play a role that he's already played. In a different adaptation. So it's just, it's freaking, Hollywood just stupid.
Yeah.
I'm dumb.
Yeah. Find the guy who played in freaking Pirates of the Caribbean. I don't know where he is. Who played as Eddie? Is that his name? Eddie?
Can't remember.
Something like that. Eddie.
Yeah.
I think that's his name. Yeah, little guy. Go get him. I'm sure he would be. I'm sure he's old enough to be Flitwick, and I'm sure he could do a pretty good job. I don't know. I haven't seen him since that movie, so I don't know what he's doing, but call him up.
Go get somebody new. Come on, guys.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on from that. I hope the HBO series proves me wrong. I don't think it's going to. I think it's going to be crap.
No.
But we'll see. I'm going to try watching at least the first couple episodes.
Yeah.
I'm going to give it a shot.
Yeah.
We'll see. I'm going in definitely expectations very low. So we'll see. So it doesn't actually have to please me that much.
I did forget. This might be a little offensive, but I don't care. It's really funny. People are like, so when they casted Snape as a black guy, right? Mm-hmm. They're like, so they're going to have a white James Potter hang a black Snape from a tree?
Oh no.
Oh no. That's not good.
No.
That's
awful. That's
actually really bad. If you want any anyone to freaking like James Potter, whoops.
Right. Which I freaking personally hate James.
Yeah, no, I hate James Potter. He's an awful guy.
That was not J.K. Rowling's intention. The whole point is he's Harry's dad and Harry still loves him. Yeah, he was a shit person and Harry has to deal with that. But at the end of the day, he was his dad. James did love Harry. Yep. And Lily.
Oh, yeah.
And, your parents aren't perfect. We're going back to, coming of age stories. Mm-hmm. That's Harry's one of his biggest coming of age moments when he realizes his dad was a dick.
It's the imagery.
Yes, no,
that's woof.
That's awful. Yeah, what the
When someone pointed that out, I was like, oh no.
Yeah. Yeah, how are y'all gonna navigate that? Have fun with that. Yeah. Unless you plan on absolutely assassinating James as a character. As a complex, nuanced,
he was just a kid, a snot-nosed kid.
He's a freaking Draco Malfoy.
Yeah.
That's what he was. He was a Draco Malfoy to Snape.
Yep, and before he grew up.
Right, and got his head out of his ass. Hopefully.
All of those freaking Marauder guys, right? Isn't that Marauders? Right? That was the name of James's gang or whatever.
Yeah,
they were all shitheads.
Remus
Lupin.
He was the best.
Yeah, Lupin was the best.
But, like, Sirius was a shithead.
Yeah, Black was a pain in the ass.
And, of course, Peter Pettigrew was just happy to not be bullied, so he went along with them. But, like... Yeah, no, I hadn't thought about that. Yeah, Remus tried to call him off a couple times, but he still sat by and
let it happen.
Like,
yeah.
So he was still a douche too.
Yeah.
But like
that's human beings.
Well, it's teenagers.
Yeah.
And like, I'm sorry, if Draco Malfoy gets some sort of redemption towards the end of Harry Potter, which he does. Mm-hmm. He redeems himself. He throws the wand to Harry. He freaking screws over Voldemort. He is the whole reason that everyone's not dead.
Yeah.
He gets redeemed. He gets to go on and live his life. He gets married. He has a kid and everything. And there's like, very cold civility between him and Harry.
Yeah.
But they're not going at each other.
No.
So if he gets to be redeemed, so can James. And you cannot just make him the white villain that Hollywood seems to want to glomp onto lately.
No.
It's like, no, that's not what he was, and that's not what he was supposed to be. And again, if that's where you're heading, you have zero respect for the source material, and you shouldn't touch it.
No.
Like, I almost wish J.K. Rowling had kept a death grip.
Me too.
Like Oda did over One Piece.
Yeah.
It's like, no, you don't get to do anything without me signing off on it. Like, I realize that I am a book writer and I am not experienced at adapting things to film or TV.
Yeah.
But I have to sign off on shit.
Yeah.
From casting to script to settings to costume design. Like, I have to sign off on it because it's my fucking story.
Yeah.
It's not your story, you pieces of shit in Hollywood.
Yeah.
God. Okay. Alright, anyway. So that's that little bit of news on Harry Potter and more of a rant. The last thing we have in our Hollywood section is, you're gonna have to pronounce his name because I always F it up, Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein, which apparently had an artsy premiere in Venice.
Yeah. At a film festival.
Yep. It's out for a limited theatrical release on October 17th, and it's out globally on November 7th, starring Oscar Isaac and Mia Goth.
Yeah. I'm very excited for this. I love almost everything that Guillermo del Toro touches. Mm-hmm. There's some things that he's done that I'm like, I'm not a big fan of. Mm-hmm. But like, one of my favorite movies that he's ever done that's a super underrated movie is Hugo. I love that movie. It's so freaking good. Go watch it. Mm-hmm. Especially if you're like an aspiring filmmaker, go watch that movie. Because that's literally what that movie is about. And it's really well done. It's been years since I've watched that movie. I have to watch it again. But I'm very excited to see how he does Frankenstein.
Me too.
Guillermo del Toro is one of those filmmakers that just he does what he wants. He does what he wants, and he's like, yeah, no, this is what I want to do.
Right. Whether the market's primed for it or not, he's just like, no, I'm doing this.
I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna start up production, and that's gonna be that. Mm-hmm. So I'm very excited for this movie to come out, so I can watch it.
I'm excited for it too. Frankenstein's one of my favorite kind of classic English pieces of literature. Mm-hmm. I love Mary Shelley. I think she was like way ahead of her time and extremely talented. Yeah. And I don't think that Frankenstein is usually done well, but this looks like it might be. Yeah. And visually, just from the still shots that have been released, it looks freaking stunning. Yeah. Like 1917 levels of stunning. If you've ever seen that movie, pause for a sec because I did ask Mom to timestamp where we're at. So
go ahead.
But if you've never seen 1917, go watch it because one of the most visually gorgeous and stunning movies I've ever seen in my life. Yeah. And it looks that level. Yeah. Which I'm thrilled about because I love some artsy stuff in my movies. Yeah, there's a picture of it. Look at that. And go back to where he's looking at the bodies.
Oh, let me get that up.
Where's that?
I don't know where that one is.
No,
it's on,
you lost it.
I'll find it again. But here's kind of here's kind of another like little piece of interesting trivia about it. So Guillermo del Toro refused to make Frankenstein with too much digital effects and green screens. He said, quote, "I want real sets. I don't want digital. I don't want AI. I don't want simulation. I want old-fashioned craftsmanship. I want people painting, building, hammering, plastering." Unquote.
God bless.
Is what he said. And yeah, no, I completely agree. That has been sorely missing from the film, just film in general. There's that one.
There's one where he's looking at a bunch of
that one
right there in the snow. Look at that.
Yeah, you can go look at Discussing Film.
It's a bunch of dead corpses. So I mean, trigger warning, I guess, if you're bothered. But you know, it's Frankenstein.
It's Frankenstein.
So, like, if you're bothered by that, don't watch it. But like that is gorgeous.
Yeah, just go on to Discussing Film and go on to their posts and just look up Frankenstein, and you can see the post that we're looking at.
Yeah, it is. It looks gorgeous.
But yeah, apparently
I can't wait.
There's a lot of things going for this movie, and just
the director, the actors.
Yeah, like all of it looks
now
really.
the setting.
The sets, yeah.
The sets we know.
The sets are just like insane.
I think that though, right there, is what's going to come from, like this whole AI.
Yeah.
Takeover.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what's going to come from this AI takeover, honestly, is I think what's going to happen, because everyone's wondering if AI is going to take over movies or if it's going to take over books or, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I really don't think so, but I think what it's going to do is it's going to create two tiers within entertainment and writing, like this goes for books, any kind of art, any kind of graphic novel. There's going to be kind of the biggest part of it is going to be stuff that is AI generated or heavily AI assisted, and it's going to be passable.
Yeah.
It's going to be okay.
Yeah.
But it's not going to be great.
Yeah, yeah.
And then you're going to have what's going to rise to the top and really, really stand out is the really rare, talented, super artistic individual that is like, nope, I am doing this way because that is how it was meant to be. And this stuff's going to start standing out so much more.
Yeah.
So, like, is AI going to wreck writing and entertainment? Only if you're mediocre.
Yeah, only
if you're mediocre talent, if you're of mediocre talent and
skill.
Yeah, because skill can overcome a big gap in talent.
Yes. You can practice at it.
I still think you need a little bit of inborn talent. I just do. If
you need that creativity.
Yeah, if you didn't need it, everyone would be a writer because everyone wants to be a writer.
Yeah.
Especially in their 20s.
Yeah.
Every single person I knew growing up wanted to be a freaking writer.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, if everyone could do it, everyone would do it. So clearly there's something that separates people there.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's not just talent. We can talk about that later. That can be a deep dive topic one of these days.
Yeah, but, talent versus skill.
Yeah, well, and I don't think it's all talent either. I think it's perseverance. I think it's the willingness to sit there and trudge through the really, really hard, difficult parts of it. Because that's about 98% of it.
Mm-hmm.
But I just think those people who are like Guillermo del Toro, who are committed to the craft, they're going to rise up. Everyone else is going to get crushed by AI generated garbage because, like I said, it'll be passable. Like, but, if you're bored and you need something to watch, it'll be
it's not going to be K-pop Demon Hunters or
no, it's not going to
28 years later or anything like that.
What this looks like it's going to be.
Or this,
And it does have already an 81% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah.
Is that the critic score?
Yeah, that's the critic score, because that's all that's watched it.
Normally, I disagree with the critics, but considering they were spot on about 28 years
later,
I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt, and the fact that this is Guillermo del Toro. I just love his name. And it's visually stunning. I think this is going to be really, really good, so I cannot wait for this movie. We're going to go see it in theaters.
We'll close it out with this. This is a post by Mia Pfluger. I think, I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing your name, on on X, she goes by @JustMia'sLife. She says Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein is a poetic, tragic meditation on creation, loneliness, love, and behind the monster's mask, just deeply humane and life-affirming. Every frame aches with sorrow and beauty that belongs in a museum and a score out of a dream. Unquote.
I can't wait. It's gonna be so freaking good. If you... Okay, so again, this is going back to if you are an actual horror person, not slasher, not thriller, not whatever, an actual horror person, I would...
Highly recommend you go watch it.
I would... This one looks super promising, so again, October 17th for the limited release, and it's out globally on November 7th.
Yeah.
So we need to figure out where we need to go to watch it.
Yes.
Okay, that wraps up our Hollywood section. We only have one thing... Or no, I guess we have a couple things in anime.
Yeah.
The first one is what Dallan was talking about earlier. It's just a K-pop horror film called Perfect Girl.
Yes. It's apparently about a K-pop group that lets in a girl into their K-pop group that seems to be super talented and super just likable. But then at some point something flips and the rest of the K-pop members are getting hunted down by this girl for some reason. So it's gonna be kind of a slasher, kind of a horror. But I'm super excited for it because Korea's been killing it lately. So
and it's live action.
It's live action.
It's different. It's not K-pop Demon Hunters.
No, having that kind of concept with that animation would be really cool.
It would be really cool.
But yeah, no, it's live action. But yeah, just considering the fact that they've been killing it with Parasite, Train to Busan, K-pop Demon Hunters. Like all of the really good stuff.
Did they do oh my gosh, my brain's not working. It's the end of the week. I can't freaking think. The one with the games.
Yeah, Squid Game.
Yep. That was Korean too, right?
Yeah, that was South Korean as well. So they've been doing great in terms of media. And especially just internationally. Like they've been doing really well. So I'm super excited about it. I'll watch it.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna check it out.
Looks interesting.
Looks fun. Alright, and the only other thing we have, I guess, is kind of more of a discussion than anything new.
Yeah.
In fact, if this goes on too long, this could be our deep dive, and we'll push what we're going to do to next week. But basically talking about one of the most beloved animes out right now, or, for the last several years.
Yeah, for the last several years. It's on hiatus at the moment, but recently the author of the manga has started it back up again. With the intent of finishing it, and giving it a...
Well, I hope so.
Yeah, giving it a finale. The poor guy's been through so much health stuff that, like, he's just not been able to do anything about it.
Hold up, just a side note, just so I don't forget.
Yeah.
That has nothing to do with this. Except that you said hopefully to finish it. I think at some point we should do a deep dive on the most famous non-finishers, which would be George R.R. Martin
and Patrick Rothfuss.
Let's talk about those.
Yeah, we should talk about them. But yeah, no, the author of this manga, Yoshihiro Togashi, is going to be trying to finish it, and if you know that name, you know what we're talking about. It's Hunter x Hunter. So I guess let's start off with, because we started watching it with our mom, and we got maybe, I want to say 30 episodes in, 40 episodes, somewhere around there.
We got to
York New
arc, where they followed. So if you've seen it, you'll know what we're talking about. If you haven't, you're not gonna...
Spoilers, also. If you're wanting to watch it, go watch it.
We're always a spoiler podcast.
Yes.
This is our thoughts on stuff.
Yes.
This isn't like we're not trying to be critics or traditional reviewers. We're just talking about...
No, it's a podcast.
Right.
We're not reviewers. We're not...
So...
we're analyzers. That's kind of what I more look at it as. So analyzing means, spoilers are going to be kind of a given.
Right. We're chit-chatters. But yeah, so it's like after they follow those guys out into the desert and capture the one big dude, and then they take him back to York New.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where I fell off.
Yes. So at one point, Jordan, during it, said, "Yeah, I'm done."
Yep. Called it quits. Couldn't do it anymore.
She just couldn't do it. I was almost to that point as well, where I was looking at it and I was like, man, this anime doesn't seem to have much direction. Like the plot is not really, there's not a set goal, right? For the characters. There's like different goals, right? So like Liario wants to become a doctor, so he's going off to go study to become a doctor. Kurapika wants to get revenge for his clan. Kahlua, his motivation is a little bit fluid because he kind of just wants to do what Gon wants to do, because Gon is the only friend that he's ever made in his entire life. Mm-hmm. So he wants to hold on to that relationship and just help him, essentially. And Gon is looking for his father. Well, sorta. Which that does come back up. Which actually, not really sorta, he is.
He's but he gets
tracking him down
an awful lot.
I don't even say that, no. I mean, like, the tower part, yes. But that I would even argue that kind of serves a purpose, but we'll get into it.
Yeah.
And so, like, you have all of these motivations, and I at one point I was, like, really racking my brain. I'm like, what is this anime, what is this story that Togashi is telling? What is he trying to say with it? Like, what is the goal here as the writer to make this story? And I think I finally figured it out. And that is, you have to watch Hunter x Hunter. And if anyone else is having this issue, right, you're watching this show and you're not quite getting it, it's not quite resonating with you, the way you need to sort of watch this show is to go into it and watch it with no expectations of it being a battle shonen series. I feel like that genre has brought up certain expectations when it comes to story structure. Mm-hmm. With One Piece, you have the adventure, right? The goal. If Luffy's trying to find the One Piece. With Naruto's trying to find the Hokage. Or trying to become Hokage. And with Bleach is more harder to define, but it's more of a, we are trying to defeat these freaking fascists that are running this spirit society, and we're trying to, take them down.
Yeah.
In Hunter x Hunter, you have to realize this isn't really more much of a, this is the goal, I want to have this goal. It is more of a exploration sort of show, in that we are going to go to these places to explore them and to take it easy, rather than being rushing to my goal. Like, I'm a kid, I have plenty of time. Like, that's how I look at it. Mm-hmm. It's more of like this sort of feeling of, like, you have to kind of watch it like these characters have, like, actual lives that they have to go through and do, and things will come up in that life that will take those characters out. And it's just like real life. Sometimes you won't see a person for months, on end, and then they'll pop back up because your paths just so happen to cross. Mm-hmm. And I found myself really enjoying that part of the story. I found myself really liking that Kurapika and Liario just leave, and they go off to go, hunt down their own goals. And meanwhile, Gon and Kahlua, they go to this tower because they want to learn how to become stronger. They want to learn how to become stronger hunters. Because, mind you, Gon barely made it out with his life trying to get Kahlua back. Like, he had no chance of fighting any of those guys. And he kind of realizes that about himself. And so, both him and Kahlua were like, yeah, no, let's go to the tower, so that way we can kind of, like, get stronger and learn how to fight better. Mm-hmm. And then, of course, they get that opportunity with Wing, with him teaching them Nin. And it's just this very grounded pacing that works once you start seeing that that's how the pacing is. Once you start, like, realizing, okay, this is how the story is taking itself. This is how the world building is presenting itself. Once you start taking it that way, I feel like it's a lot more enjoyable. Because then you can kind of just sit back and put yourself in Gon and Kaluuya's shoes and learn about the world with them. Because they're just kids, right? So they still have a lot to learn about the world. And that's kind of how I look at it. But...
So, do you want to approach this as kind of a debate? So
Yeah.
Kind of go back and forth a little bit? Okay.
I'm fine with that.
Problem with that is that if it's not a traditional adventure battle shonen, it shouldn't have been set up as one. And it is. For the first whole chunk where they're...
In the Hunter exam?
In the Hunter exam, it is very much set up as a traditional adventure battle shonen. That is for like 20 episodes.
Yeah.
You are primed to expect that.
Yeah.
There's also a lot of other things in that setup that bug the shit out of me because eventually it's a rug pull because you're getting kind of what you want. I'm not really a huge fan of the three main characters. Kaluuya's a chick. Or not Kaluuya. I love Kaluuya. No. Kaluuya's the only reason. The three main that you get at the very, very, very beginning.
Oh, yeah.
I guess Kaluuya's there at the beginning, isn't he?
You have Kurapika, Kaluuya.
For some reason, I was thinking Kaluuya came in a little later.
Yeah.
But I guess he doesn't. I guess he's there the whole time.
Yeah, he's there the whole time.
At least throughout the exam, he's there. He's not there on the ship or whatever.
No,
so
he's not there on the ship.
Liario and Gon. I tried to connect to those three, and I just... Kurapika's a chick. I'm sorry. But that has nothing to do with me not liking him. It just...
The funny thing is, you actually missed a part when you signed off. There's a part where he actually disguises himself as a woman, and one of the spiders mistakes him as a woman
because he is a chick.
But he uses it to his advantage. So I mean, you can't say that that's a mistake.
I guess
the writer does implement it.
But no, Kaluuya is the only reason I watched for as long as I did because he's my kind of character and I liked him. But I just feel like you are set up to have certain expectations, okay? You are set up with the promise of, these monsters and these unexplored lands of what hunters do, which is explore stuff. So I don't have a problem with the exploration. I have a problem with the setup and then the fact that, that exploration is... I don't even know. It's you don't get what the show promises you in the beginning, which is a fun fantasy adventure. It's like you're thinking it's going to be that, and then they get out and they're like, oh, let's go buy tickets online. What the fuck online? What are you talking about? So you get this technology rug pull, you get a world building rug pull, you get completely derailed from where you think this is going by them being like, oh yeah, we're just going to go do our own thing now. We'll catch you later in York New, and we're going to go spend episodes. Oh my god, these freaking episodes dragged in the tower where they're learning Nin. I'm sorry. If it takes you 50 episodes, and I'm exaggerating, but 50 episodes to explain your goddamn magic system, your head is way too far up your ass about your magic system.
Yeah.
That's where the show lost me, but I kept pushing through because I was hoping when we made it to the other side of that part, it would pick back up and I'd be engaged. And I was not. Because then we cut to, you're saying you don't rush towards the goal, but that's exactly what you cut to with the York New arc, which is Kurapika trying to get frickin' revenge. And Kurapika drives me nuts. I don't like him.
I love Kurapika.
He's too frickin' smarty pants for his own freaking good. Without the skill to back it up.
That is his flaw. I mean...
It's not portrayed as a flaw, though.
No, it is.
It's portrayed as a win.
Later on in the arc, right, after you left, it's portrayed as a flaw. He almost gets himself killed.
See, but shit.
And he almost gets Gon and Kaluuya and Liario killed because he's, completely blinded by his... And he has to almost take a step back and realize, oh, I can't do this anymore. I need to... he almost has to make a compromise, which is like my favorite part of that entire arc. Mm-hmm. It's so good.
Yeah.
But
I don't know. For me, it took too long to get there. It was too little, too late. Like I just, no, not interested anymore. But yeah, so I think, again, going back to the core of my kind of rebuttal to that is it's. Okay, so it's this fun little whatever, we're just going to go explore things, we're not really rushing towards anything, blah, blah, blah. It's like, well, then it should have been set up like that. It should have been set up more as a Studio Ghibli film is set up, which is slow, character-focused. You know, you're not trying to pull in the Naruto crowd, or the Bleach crowd, or the One Piece crowd. You're going for a different crowd.
Yeah.
If that's the case, that it's a slow exploratory story. I like those stories. I just don't like stories that lie to me in the beginning and then don't give me what they said they were going to give me.
See, I don't think it lied.
No, it totally lied.
I don't think it lied. I think
completely lied.
I think it I think you just read it wrong.
Okay, how?
Because the hunters, right? So like the whole idea of hunters is that they can go anywhere they want. Mm-hmm. They have unlimited resources to buy whatever they want. And
which is completely negated later because they have to go into the tower to earn money, but okay, whatever, continue.
Yeah. Actually, no, they don't have unlimited resources.
I was gonna say,
that's not true. But they can go wherever they want. Like, as long as they have a hunter's pass, they can be, like, let in on certain missions or certain top secret, like, things. Like, they have authority over, you know, your regular policemen. But also they are free agents. Like, morality is not black and white in this show at all. There's almost, like, there's definitely some black there, but, like, almost no one is pure white. Like, there's always this selfishness that's just there. And I feel like it set that up. I think the mistake was putting the beginning monologue, because that monologue does set up certain expectations of this is what these hunters do, and a lot of them do. A lot of them do go out and do these things. But it's, you know, it's almost like Hogwarts, right? You graduate from Hogwarts, which is like the hunter exam, and then you can go off to do whatever you want. And some people, like, yeah, we go out and we explore, and like, for example, what is it, Bill Weasley? He's like out there doing like monster manuals, basically, out in Africa.
He does dragons.
Yeah. He's like studying dragons out in Africa. But then you have other people who graduate from that and they're like, yeah, I'm just gonna be in the Ministry of Magic and do paperwork. So that's how I kind of look at it. Like, hunters, because they have that freedom, they're able to do whatever they want with it. Meaning that some of them, would just go and just kind of dink around and do whatever they want because they have the power to go wherever they want and they're just chasing their own ambitions. And this hunter license is the way that they can get that. While others, I do want to go explore these things and I want to go hunt monsters and stuff. But with the four main characters that we have, they have very set goals in mind that are set up in the very beginning as to what they want. And so that kind of gives you, okay, so Gon is looking for his father. Well, we're going to go on this journey with him to see where he goes, like, you know, following the breadcrumbs, which we do. Kahlua, you don't really get his motivation. Again, it's tied to Gon. Kurapika wants to get revenge on the spiders. And again, in York New, that's expanded upon. And Liario, he hasn't had his time to shine yet, but I'm sure it's coming. But he's trying to become a doctor, and he's kind of the heart of the group. He's not really a fighter. So that's how I kind of look at it. It's when you, like, in retrospect, yes, some of the Hunter's exam stuff is a little bit rug pulley.
Yes, it is.
But I don't think the technology part is rug pulley. I don't think so, because
it is.
Because because when they were doing the Hunter exam, they had a freaking room full of TV screens and they were watching them. So meaning that cameras were there.
Okay, but that's
modern technology was there.
That's having cameras is common in anime. They have cameras in One Piece. They have cameras in Naruto.
They have cameras in One Piece because Oda specifically said they are snails.
Yeah.
And so he fit it into the world.
Right, but that's what I'm saying, is like he found an in-world way to include video.
Yeah. The problem with Naruto is that Naruto's technology does clash because for 100 episodes, you don't think that that's the case, and then suddenly cameras come in.
But it's not a huge thing, though, because all they do is watch TV.
Well, you also have Orochimaru's, weird-ass biology experiments.
But somehow that
with test tubes that become very sci-fi.
But that doesn't feel as rug-pully, right? As, Gon starts out on this little island in the middle of the ocean. He has to take a sailing ship to get somewhere, and then they're on a dirigible. Okay, so far, acceptable levels of technology.
Yeah.
Even, like I said, the cameras, because anime usually finds a way to get them in there, even if it doesn't necessarily mesh with the rest of it.
Yeah.
It's an established thing in anime, so it doesn't bother me.
Mm-hmm.
But then they get out of the hunter exam, and they have the internet. They have cell phones.
Yeah.
They have computers. They have a place where you can go buy tickets. And I'm like, why the frick, then, were you sailing around on an old, rickety wooden sailing ship in the beginning? No, I'm sorry. As a writer, that establishes a certain spectrum of technology, and it establishes a certain world. And instead of being in this fantasy world, pre-industrial revolution, with the exception of some cameras, you instead get thrust into, basically 1970s...
1990s.
No, not even... Yeah, 1990s.
It's 1990s.
1990s levels of technology. And, for me, that was its first big, huge kind of black mark on it. I was like, nope, I don't like that. I don't like that. You have to establish that in the beginning. You cannot just put me in this fantasy pre-industrial realm and then kick me all the way into the 90s and expect me to be cool with it. I don't like that.
I would argue that because Gon lives on Whale Island, so Whale Island is, super out of the way.
Then he should have no fucking clue how to use the internet or computers.
Well, he doesn't.
Or cell phones.
Because Kurapika... Well, he does later, but Kurapika, he's like, yeah, we can just buy tickets on the internet. And Gon's like, really? You can do that? And he's like, yeah, don't you know that? And he's like, no, we don't have internet on Whale Island. So, that's how I kind of look at it. He almost lives on, this Icelandic, sort of island that doesn't really have much internet, and it's kind of just rural. But, and that's why ships go to and from it, because they don't have an airport. So, they don't have planes, they don't have trains, they don't have automobiles. So, that's how I've always kind of looked at it.
I don't think you should have to shift your perspective to fit the story, though. That's not how that should work. It should give you what it tells you it's going to give you.
I think that it does. I don't know. I think that it does.
No. In so many ways, it does not. Because going back to something else you said earlier, which is it's kind of like Harry Potter, where you can go do whatever, and it's okay, then why didn't it slow the hell down, put them through an actual school, not just this quick rush? See, that's my problem, is you go through bam, 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 and then let's just kind of flit around, and we don't really know what we're doing now, and I'm going to go over here, and we're going to go over there, and oh no, Kaluuya's missing, I guess we better go get him back, and it's just so...
No, that's a lie, because Kaluuya's missing for a reason, and it's at the end of the exam, when everyone's getting,
No, he is
chosen.
missing for a reason, but it's just kind of
He gets kidnapped by his family.
Right, no, he's missing for a reason, but it's I don't know. It just... it feels so disjointed and directionless and kind of floaty, like the author was pantsing it.
Yeah.
But didn't know how to pants it. I'm pretty sure Oda plantsed a lot of his stuff. He pantses a shit ton, and he drops a ton of goblins along the way that he then goes back and mines and pulls forward into the story to tie things in.
Sure.
I don't think that man plans everything. I think he's just exceptionally good at dropping these little seeds the whole time he's writing,
He'll be like, I'll come back to that later.
Yeah, and he'll be like, I'm going to make a note of that. I'm going to keep a whole record of these things. Either that or he rereads his own stuff a lot. And he's like, ooh, that right there. That's what I'm pulling forward. Yeah. That's what we're going with this time.
Yeah.
But this mangaka just felt like, I kind of want to do a fantasy story. No, actually, I kind of want to do this weird 1990s... I don't even know. Kind of pseudo-fantasy.
Like urban fantasy.
Oh my god, don't get me into that shit. Okay, hang on. No, I have another point of contention with this freaking show. Like, yeah, pseudo-fantasy. And I say pseudo-fantasy because you are promised, in the beginning, monsters and beasts.
You do get them.
You get them for like 10 episodes.
You do. You get them later on in Greed Island.
I shouldn't have to wait that long. You shouldn't. When that is a
because
huge
they have to set up.
Point.
They have to set up more than just the monsters. Like the monsters are there, yes, but they need to set up characters that are going to be coming in. Because I mean, like if you look at One Piece, the monsters aren't that important. Besides the Sea Emperors, those are the only things that are important.
But One Piece doesn't promise you monsters. One Piece promises you a pirate adventure, which is exactly what you get.
You do get that, yes.
Okay, so that's my point, though.
But
Hunter x Hunter promises you freaking monsters, and it is called Hunter x Hunter. You would expect that maybe at least a fraction of their job is, yeah, you can do whatever you want, but you also need to go take care of these things because they're everywhere. And exploring caves and following maps. You get all these promises, and as far as I watched, which was a good, like you said, like 50 no, more than that. How many episodes were we into that thing?
Oh no, we weren't in 50 episodes because I'm on 60 right now.
Okay, well then
so it had to be 30s.
Episodes.
It had to be 30s.
Good 30 episodes in, and you get some monsters at the very beginning of the Hunter exam.
Mm-hmm.
Then, to my recollection, you don't get anything until the dudes that are supposed to be, they're not dark beasts. That's
They're the Dark Beasts, yeah.
Are they called Dark Beasts?
Shadow Beasts.
Shadow there Beast. You go. I was like, no, Dark Beasts is the other one with Clint and,
yeah.
What's that show? I'm telling you, my brain's broke today.
Clevitas.
Clevitas, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
the Dark Beast.
Yeah,
Shadow Beasts.
And then they're just dudes that can kind of shift maybe a little bit.
Yeah,
I'm like,
they can use the abilities of monsters.
How freaking lame. How lame. That was that's what I was done. No, that right there, that's what I was done. I was like, I'm fucking done. I'm done. I'm out.
The Shadow Beasts were your last.
I can't take this show promising me cool shit anymore and not delivering at all. At all. And not having characters that are interesting enough for me to keep going. Kahlua was the only one that I liked, that I was invested in, and it just got to the point where I'm like, I'm sorry, little buddy, you're not enough. Like, I can't do it anymore.
Here's how I see all that. So, the flitting around thing, I don't think they're flitting around necessarily because, again,
that's all the tower is
again, it's Gon and Kahlua earning money so that way they can be on better footing of the world as in general, so that way they can travel more to find Ging.
Hunter jobs. Why wouldn't you take small side quests that
because the tower is easy, and that's
is it?
Yes,
is it?
Because it's the fastest way you can make money for hunters. For someone who's strong enough to fight.
Boring.
Someone who's strong enough to fight. See, and I don't think the tower is boring. I think
it's so boring. Oh my god.
First of all, let me just point out.
I think
Nin is one of the most interesting magic systems ever.
No,
I think it's super interesting.
It is so convoluted.
And once you get a hang of it, you're like, "Oh, I know what you're doing." And it makes it like rewards you for paying attention, and I really like that. I like any magic system that can reward me for paying attention as to what they're saying. Instantly is a good magic system in my book.
Okay,
like,
just pause for a second, okay? Because I enjoy nice, complex magic systems. I like the magic system in One Piece. I like that there are different magic systems in One Piece. I like Brandon Sanderson's magic systems. I think the dude gets a little too hung up on the mechanics in his actual writing, but that's one of the best things that he does is really, really cool, interesting, complex magic systems with hard set rules.
Yeah.
I do not want to have to sit through a 10-episode fucking lecture about how your goddamn magic system works.
2 episodes.
No.
It was
no,
2
no,
episodes.
No, it's
You're
so
misremembering
many.
how
No,
many.
it's so many because they
Well,
go back
because
to
they're
him
explaining
multiple
how...
times.
Because it's to teach you how it works. Otherwise, if you didn't know how it works, you'd be completely lost on everything that was happening.
I'll be generous, for 3 episodes?
Yes.
3 episodes. It takes 3 episodes to get the freaking
First of all, it did not take
across.
all of 3 episodes.
Yes, it did.
No, it did not.
Yes,
That's
because
not...
it was multiple episodes. It was multiple scenes across multiple episodes.
Yeah.
It probably adds up to at least 2 or 3 episodes worth of content. It is ridiculous. No one should have to sit there. And also, the whole point of a magic system that complicated, too, is you get the hang of the base level first, and you're there for a bit. Not, oh, look, we're fucking proteges. We're just gonna zoom through this shit, and therefore, you get the entire...
too early.
No, you get the entire... Oh my god, if there's more of it, that's even worse. So no, I'm not
Yeah,
talking
no,
too
there
early.
is more.
No, there
There
should
is
not be
more.
more. There should not be more because it is so
Because they have to
fucking
figure
convoluted.
out they have to figure out their specific power that they can manipulate. So, like, it's something that... Because of what the type of nins that they... Oh, yeah, so Kurapika has the chains, right?
Yes.
That's how he manipulates it. Well, we get eventually Kahlua and Gon, and we learn how those are actually, like, developed. And it's... I freaking love it! It's just so...
hate it.
It's so detail-oriented.
I hate it.
And I like it because usually, especially in freaking recent anime... They'll just, like, for example, I'm gonna throw one anime under the bus, and a lot of people are not gonna be happy. Jujutsu Kaisen tells me nothing about how curses work. Tells me nothing about what they can do with these powers. What are the special, like, what are the rules? Give me the rules as to how curses work. How cursed items work. How do they implement them? What do you need to do to make a cursed item work? Tells us nothing about that. And then hold on.
Just as far as we got. I just want to put a disclaimer.
But then they just throw these fight scenes where you have no idea what the hell is going on and how they are working. And you're like, bro, I would like an explanation as to how any of this is working. Now, yes, does One Piece do it better than Hunter x Hunter? Yes.
1,000,000,000
100 times better.
Come on.
100 times better.
Billion.
But
Jillion.
Nen is one of those things that is so open to so many different possibilities that you can see how, like, a writer would be like, oh, hell yeah, I can play with all of these different tools. And he does. He makes takes full advantage of them. Mm-hmm. And, like, I love the rule set. I'm a big sucker for that Naruto sort of complex, like, you have to think through fights before you go through them, and, like, fights can be done like that if you're smart enough. Mm-hmm. I love that kind of thing. I'd like, that's just one of my quirks in writing. Like, I love those types of power systems where...
You should read Mistborn, then.
Mistborn?
I know I trashed Brandon Sanderson, but Mistborn's actually a really good trilogy, and it has a very complex magic system.
Yeah, no, and that's why I love game systems like the World of Darkness, where vampires have all of these different disciplines, and if you plan well enough, there doesn't even have to be a fight if you're going into a battle, if you're well suited for it. You can easily just like, I crushed that guy's head with one fell swoop because you planned that far ahead. Mm-hmm. I like those types of magic systems, and Nin is, like, in my opinion, the quintessential magic system for that. Because it's a game of rock, paper, scissors, essentially.
Okay. I'm not saying you can't have big, complicated magic systems. What I'm saying is that you shouldn't have to choke on the information because it's getting stuffed down your throat within 2 or 3 episodes. It's so convoluted. I lost it because I just didn't give a shit. I was like, I don't give a fuck how this works. Show me. Go out and show me how it works. Show Kahlua.
He does get better at that. He does get a lot better.
Well, fucking do. 50 episodes later, good for you.
Greed Island, he does a lot better at figuring that out. But I still didn't have a problem. Maybe it's because, I don't know, the first real anime that I watched was Naruto. So it just tempered my fucking patience when it comes to exposition. Like, I listen.
I mean, that's fair.
Yeah, like, it is tempered my freaking, like, people complain about One Piece being too long, and I think that's another thing of just, like, Naruto fucking beat me over the head with exposition and flashbacks every single episode. So, like, I can take this.
That's true.
That's no problem.
It did.
So, like, I don't know, maybe that's one of the reasons why I don't mind Hunter x Hunter explaining as much as it does, because Naruto did it, and sometimes did it way worse, where it's like, oh, well, at the beginning of this fight, I actually did this, and you didn't see it before, because that was actually a dummy, and I was over here in a tree, and the whole time I was watching the interaction, so I've learned all of your moves. And then the other guy's like, well, little did you know, I was actually using my backup moves. I'll show you my real power now. Like, that bullshit in Naruto is, like, so stupid. I have a soft spot for it. But it's so stupid that, like, it tempered my fucking patience with that sort of stuff. And so maybe that's just why I was able to get through.
Maybe, yeah.
Hunter x Hunter a little bit easier. But
I'm not defending Naruto in that respect. I agree.
Yeah.
Like, we could do a whole episode talking about the ridiculous shit in Naruto.
We should do a deep dive on Naruto.
Should.
Because
why?
That will have to take up the whole episode, because it would have to, like, we wouldn't be able to do any topics.
No.
Because that
else.
show is ridiculous.
Our next slow week. Again, we have a soft spot for it. It's really weird. It's really bizarre. But it's a disaster.
Yeah.
but like, I'm not saying you can't have big, complicated magic systems. I don't have a problem with that. Like I said, I like the one in One Piece, and it's all over the place.
Yeah.
Every person's devil fruit has different rules and boundaries and things that you can and cannot do with them. I have a problem with the fact that you get... I'm trying to find the most visceral way of explaining this. That you get force-fed the biggest dick you can think of just shoved in your, like, for 3 episodes, and you're just like, okay, that's what it's like. It's like having your mouth propped open with a funnel and someone just shoving water down into your stomach until you freaking drown on the information. That's what it's like. It is ridiculous. It is, and it's presented and it's delivered in the most boring way you could possibly think of, which is this freaking little mousy dude in some glasses giving you a fucking...
Hey, don't shit on Wing. I love Wing.
Whatever. I don't care what his name is. Giving you a fucking lecture through the characters on how this goddamn magic system works. It would have been faster to go to YouTube and watch a fan break it down.
I feel like you would have survived through old school Dragon Ball.
I watched old school Dragon Ball, but I was a lot younger too.
Maybe.
My standards were lower.
Old school Dragon Ball was kind of the same way. Like, Roshi would sit Krillin and Goku down and be like, this is how fucking ki works. And this is what you have to do with it. And, like, they would spend whole episodes training it.
I watched it, but it was... Yeah, I was a lot younger. But there's just so many more interesting ways that you could have shown this. And also, I'm sorry, having... Like, yeah, I realize that in anime, especially shonen, it is normal to have the character be a bit of an anomaly in the sense that they pick up on shit really fast.
Yeah.
But the rate at which Gon and Killua master this crap is absurd.
They don't master it. They are still beginners.
They at least get up to a level of proficiency, though, where they can hold their own in the tower way up. But
then when they meet the spiders, they cannot hold their own. And that is one of my favorite scenes, is like, because they're trying to, like, tail them in one of these episodes. And they tail them, but the whole time the spiders are like, someone's following us. Yeah, I know. But we're just going to wait until we get to an unpopulated place.
Yeah.
And, like, Killua and Gon think that they're in the clear. They're masking their nin. They're doing everything right. But they still get found. And it's because those people actually mastered nin and, like, have been working with it for years. And they're still children compared to them power-wise. And, like, there's almost nothing they can do against them. And, like, I think that's where York knew. I think, yes, in my opinion, the tower arc is the worst arc by far.
Oh my god.
In the entire show. A lot of people say it's Greed Island. I'm actually having a blast with Greed Island. I think Greed Island's fun. But the tower arc is not good. I don't like it. But York New kind of takes those things from the tower arc, in my opinion, and kind of fixes them. Mm-hmm. And York New is where Takashot?
I don't know, the mangaka?
Yeah, Togashi really hits his stride, where he's like, okay, I kind of figured out where I want this world to be. Mm-hmm. Kind of like how Oda hits his stride in Water 7. Mm-hmm. It's very much like, okay, now I can see where this is going.
Except
sort of
Oda
thing.
started up here and then went
yeah, but
up.
not everyone can be Oda.
Dude's like, well, then don't try to be Oda. Plan your shit better.
He wasn't trying to be Oda.
I know, but like
he was trying to just make a story that he wanted to make.
Know your limitations, then. Like,
well, he was like I would say that he was. I don't know. Togashi has this way of writing that's like super, like I said, super grounded. Mm-hmm. It's this one where, people die, right? Mm-hmm. Sometimes unceremoniously, like all the guys that go into the auction and they're all built up, mm-hmm. and they get shot, and it's like, well, shit, fuck, like that happened. Yeah. And then, like for example, the Shadow Beasts. Oh yeah, these guys are badasses, and the spiders just go, nah, and just slam them into the ground. Mm-hmm. And it's very unceremonially done. I can't say that. Unceremonious. There we go. Unceremonious. But oddly, that's refreshing to me. Mm-hmm. Because it's like, oh yeah, no, these people would die in that situation. Whoops. Mm-hmm. Like, you thought you were hot shit. Turns out you weren't. Like, I like that kind of storytelling where it's like, death is really sudden and it's final. And it's like, oof. Yeah. That's rough.
No, I do too.
And it's for me, it's a different change of pace from One Piece, which I love I love that in One Piece, death is rare.
Yeah.
Like, I love that in One Piece. Mm-hmm. And so, like, I like having that different change of pace, though, where it's like, oh yeah, you could die.
Yeah.
You could die, and it's quick, and it's not pretty. Mm-hmm. And to have it also juxtaposed with this kind of happy looking world is really interesting to me. But yeah, York New is where he kind of hits his stride, because Kurapika's arc in that, while it starts off rocky, once he fights Uvo and defeats him, mm-hmm. you start to kind of scope out, and you're like, oh, that's what this is about. And like, Kurapika's gonna have to learn, like, revenge is not, like, he still wants it, mm-hmm. but he has to sacrifice it in order to keep his friends alive and safe. Mm-hmm. And it culminates with a really good scene. And Greed Island has been fantastic so far, because it's Gon and Kahlua learning to think for themselves, being completely on their own. They don't have a master. They have a master, Biscuit, but she's not helping. She's like, I'm hands off. You're figuring this out on your own. Mm-hmm. And they don't have Kahlua, or they don't have Kurapika and Leario, who are older than them, to guide them. Mm-hmm. They have to figure things out on their own, and it's like throwing them into water and telling them to swim, Mm-hmm. And I love that. I love that about Greed Island. I know a lot of people that say that Greed Island is boring. I have never gotten that throughout this whole arc, and my mom has been also really enjoying it, so I don't know what people are talking about there, but yeah, no, I don't know. Hunter x Hunter is just an odd thing where I think I just had to go at it from a different perspective, and just look at it in a different light and be like, okay, let me take a step back, look at it objectively, and see what the story is trying to say and what it's trying to do. And I think once I started doing that, and once I started not expecting pacing like One Piece, not expecting pacing like Naruto, and just kind of just letting it be its own thing, mm-hmm. that's when I started really enjoying it. I don't know. That's just me, though. I know that you don't like it still.
No.
And your problems with it are valid.
Whatever its thing is, I don't like it.
Yeah, your problems with it are valid, but I am really enjoying it personally. If that sounds at all interesting to you, kind of just having this world that's constantly expanding, and that's super interesting, and like I've been spoiled. I know you won't care about this.
No, I will not.
I've been spoiled on it that the entire world, right? So everything that we see on the map that they have, where all like the different continents, is actually just the size, like the relative size of that is a lake on our world. So like they're like that, and the rest of the world is like that. But it's shrouded in this dark mist, and no one has ever explored it. And apparently that's just where, and there's multiple theories going around. There's one that I thought was really interesting that thinks that the world of Hunter x Hunter is actually just purgatory. And, these people have already passed on, and they're living in this lake that's surrounded by this hellscape. And, that's super interesting to me. And that's, how Nin is, working. It's, their spirits. That's super interesting to me. So I want to see more of that.
That just sounds, though, like the mangaka just had no plan in the beginning. He had no idea what the hell he wanted to do.
Yeah. But, I mean, I like it. I like...
Well, like I said, just going, I guess... Echoing something I said earlier about Walking Dead, I have little patience for things that feel like they're going nowhere.
Yeah.
I have even less patience for things that don't know what they are.
Yeah.
I just don't like it. I don't want to read your rough draft, dude.
See,
go back and fix it and then give it to me.
I don't think it's a rough draft. I think it's just told in a way that you don't like. And
no, I think he didn't know what he was doing in the beginning. I think he's kind of figuring it out, but I'm not here for that.
I think
I'm not
it's just
interested
told in a way that you don't like. And that's fine. That's fine if you don't like the way that that the story is told. That's completely fair. But I like it. I really like how it's told. I think that it's really well done. I love the fucking plot twists that have happened throughout it. And I honestly just like the heart of it. It's got... the whole end of York New is so good because a certain character dies on the spider side, and you see the humanity of the spiders and how they actually care for their own. They actually see themselves as a family, and you get a little glimpse as to why that is, and it just makes those characters all the more fascinating. And I want to see more of them. And we're getting more of them in Greed Island, thankfully. And yeah, I don't know. I like it. I think it's really fun, and I can see, once I started doing it, I can see why people love this show. Because it does have a lot of heart behind it. You can tell that the guy, even if you think that he doesn't know what he's doing, you can tell this guy has the most fun writing it. He's got an Oda level of fun writing these stories. And honestly, I appreciate that as well.
I just wish he were a better storyteller. I full on disagree. I don't think he knew where it was going in the beginning or what he wanted to do with it. I think he had one idea, and then I think he got into it, and he was like, actually, these ideas seem fun. Let's go do this. And it's like, okay.
Yeah, I think Jordan and I will just have to agree to disagree on this. But
it all goes back to that beginning setup. That beginning setup does not. You don't get what that beginning promised you. You just don't.
Do.
And that's
you do.
You don't.
You do, because in Greed Island you get. I
shouldn't have to slog through two freaking boring ass arcs.
And York New, you get just God. The York New is so freaking good for character development.
Here's where I'm getting hung up with that too. It's just I don't care about the characters. I just don't.
And I don't know how you can't look. I don't know how you cannot like Gon. That makes zero sense to me. That does not compute.
Gon's fine, but that's all he is to me. He's fine.
Yeah.
I
love Gon.
Same with Liario. Liario is fine. He's probably my second favorite, actually.
Yeah.
I really like Kahlua. And Kurapika
is
far and away my least favorite.
I don't understand your hate for Kurapika. I love Kurapika.
I hate him. I just don't like him. I'm not interested. I'm apathetic. I don't care.
Well, he's the Sasuke character, right? He's the brooder. He's every anime has it, right? He's the brooding one. Which is funny, because I thought that you would like Kurapika because he's the brooding one. he's the one that's lost everything. He's trying to get it back, or he's trying to avenge it, right? And he's trying to, like, live life with all this freaking pain and loss that he's lived with. That's, like, right up your alley.
It usually is.
And I don't know why you don't like him.
No, I honestly, I can't. I don't know what the problem is either. I don't know where the disconnect is coming from. He doesn't do it for me. I just don't like him. Like, I don't care what happens to him. I think he's a dumbass. I think he's presented maybe a little too smart and a little too competent, and then he doesn't have to earn anything. All of a sudden, he can just take out the spider when, like, 5 minutes before, he was like, oh no, we can't go do that. We're all gonna die. And I don't feel like I should have to sit through 50 episodes for the mangaka to rectify that.
See, and I love the stakes with Kurapika's character. His idea of, I can't use my chains on anyone except for the spiders or else I'll die, which means, like, he can't fight anyone besides spiders, like, with his chains at least. He can probably use his nin on other things, but, like, his chains are made only for that group, and that's it. And I love that story setup because it deepens his character. It shows how freaking dedicated and how freaking zealous he is about his hatred for this group of people who took everything away from him. And it just shows that, like, once the spider troop is done, he's done. Like, he's fully meaning to, like, walk away from this life, whether that means, you know, taking himself out or, you know, I guess he just feels like he doesn't have anything else to live for, or what. Which you get a great glimpse of that in York New, where Crollo is thought to be dead. He fakes his own death. It's freaking great, because Kurapika reacts super realistically as someone who has dedicated his entire life to hunt down these people, and he suddenly hears that their leader is dead, and he's like, what has my whole life been? I literally sacrificed, like, everything of myself to get rid of these people, and the leader just dies like that. I've never even got to meet him. And it's such a good character moment. I feel like, I don't know. The Hunter exam is if I were to structure it out, Hunter exam is world building and introducing characters. Tower is all world building.
Incorrect world building.
All world building.
Lying
like it's
world building in the Hunter exam.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the Tower. I'm like,
no, the Tower is on point.
Yeah,
the
all world building.
Hunter exam is it's ineffective world building.
York New
doesn't actually build the world.
York New is 100% a character arc. Like, that is focused entirely on Kurapika, Kahlua, Gon, and the spiders, and that is your main focus right there. And then Greed Island does this great thing where it does both. It does world building and character arc throughout it. And I really like it. I really like the twist of Greed Island being on the world. It's not actually a video game. It's a highly protected island that just teleports you through the video game console onto this island, and you have to play the game, but it's, like, completely bubbled off from the rest of the world. That's fascinating. I love that. And that explains why players die in real life, because they do die in real life if they die in the game. But yeah, no, I really like it. I thoroughly enjoy it. I think it's very good. And if that sounds interesting to you, go watch it, because I think you'll really enjoy it.
I don't like it. I think it's deeply flawed and incurably so. But
just subverted your expectations.
No.
Yeah.
No. No, there's a way to do that, and there's a way to not do that. And no, but I don't want to. Okay, I'm done. I'm bored talking about this now.
All right. But yeah, we'll wrap it up right there. That was our deep dive
conversation.
That'll be our deep dive. We'll just call it Hunter debate.
Yep.
And we'll do next one. Next one, we're going to be talking about Disney's Rot and Decline. So look out for that one. That one's going to be fun. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this 8th episode of the Plot Pilled Podcast.
Us yelling at each other.
Yeah.
For the last 30 minutes.
Yeah, us arguing and just substantially disagreeing
Yes.
on this piece of media. So as you can see, Jordan and I don't agree on everything.
No, definitely not.
We definitely have our own tastes and own opinions for sure. So kind of gives an insight to our relationship as brother and sister. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you guys enjoyed. What did you think of Hunter x Hunter? If you watched it, did you like it? Did you dislike it? What do you think about all the different news that's come out? Please let us know. Like Lance Smith 3339 did so graciously. So if you're out there, Lance Smith, we appreciate another comment from you. So, but yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you all next time.
Yep.
Bye.
Later.